Hey, this is the Door and Signal channel. Today what we're going to do is change the transmission in this 2012 Chevy Volt. It has about 120,000 miles in it. It's probably the transmission fluid should have been changed by now, but it hasn't. So one of the first things, I'm just going to go over some brief things here. Down here, the fill is, you see, this isn't the best for video, but let's see if I can get in here a little bit better. So under here, okay, under here, there's a bolt right there. Under the air housing here, it's this one right here, underneath like the high power lines here, or high voltage lines. It's right there. That is the fill cap, right up in that area. So you want to pull that off probably prior to you getting underneath the car. If it's dirty, I try to clean it off with a rag so nothing gets down in there and gums up the works. If you want to, if your engine isn't hot, like you didn't take it for a long drive, you probably could take this to the car wash and just hose it out real quick. But if you had a long drive, I wouldn't recommend that because it might crack some of the aluminum. Mine doesn't seem too bad. I'll just wipe it off with a rag. And then, since I got it up off the ground, I'll have to get the creeper, but I'll show you where the fill or the drain port and the level port is. Since these new cars, I don't know if they do it as a cost-saving measure or they just feel that, you know, after you run the car, you know, 100 or so thousand miles, maybe a little bit more, the transmission just blows up and you buy a new car. Maybe that's their thought process. I'm not sure. But I know unscrewing the nut to see if the thing is full is not the best way. I feel that the engineers could have had this. You know, couldn't you put in a 20 cents, you know, like sensor to show, yeah, it's full. I mean, sensors go bad, but it's better than no sensor. So, all right, I'm gonna get the creeper and I'll show you where the plug is underneath when I come back. And we're back. So we're under the engine here, and this is the driver's side. So if you see this bolt right here, that is the transmission drain plug right there. See if I can get a little bit better view there. Right there. It's next to the drive axle up here. So that's right there. See if I can get a little bit better light here. There we go. So that's the bolt. There's the drive line for your wheel. Now, the fluid check to make sure the level is the right level in here is right here. I personally think the best way to do this is get a clean pan, drain all this fluid out of here, measure it to see how many quarts came out, and then put that back in, fill it with whatever came out of it. I mean, you can pull this out. I've heard they're tapered. I haven't pulled them out yet. I heard they're tapered, so they are kind of thin threads, so you gotta be careful. That is the top off fill there. So a little bit dribbles out of there, you know it's full. This is the drain plug. There's your muffler. Oh wow. So that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward. I didn't see anybody had another video on this, so I'm gonna drain this out here. I'm gonna get a pan and we'll see where it goes. So when I come back here, I'll unscrew this. I believe it's 11 millimeter, if that helps you. The one on top I think is 19. It's probably a good idea to open the one up top before you open this, just so it doesn't create a vacuum or anything. Might drain some more fluid, so we're going to try that next here. So I had a hard time getting the socket down in there, so I removed part of the plastic cover here for the engine. It has these Torx bits here. Let's see if I can see that. And this one is a T27 to get these bolts out. And then I just lifted that to the side. I didn't detach the hoses or anything on the other side. So you can't see it real good, but I got the bolt loose down there. I'm going to use my Reachy tool once I get it out of here. There we go. So there's the filler bolt. Alright, now I can get under the car and finish that part. Alright, I'm going under the car here. So I want to get this pin right underneath, because I don't want this all over. Let's see here. Alright. And it's about to come on up. Be a little bit better viewed here. That's a little dark. Not too bad though. For 120,000 miles, it's pretty clear. Yeah, it doesn't smell burnt. Maybe ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. But it's not too bad. Once this is done draining, we'll take a look at it out from underneath the car. Get a better look at it. Even though this isn't going to be very scientific, here's the old stuff. And then let's see if we can get some new stuff here too. Here's some of the new stuff. So, a little bit different. Not too much. A little browning, but that's brand new. So, we're just finishing up here. We've already put a gallon in here. And it looks like we need to put about 6 quarts, so I need to put 2 more of these in here. Yeah, what you want to use is the Dextron 6, I think. It's the VI. I put some full synthetic in here. But I just check on the internet, make sure, but that's what I use, the GM Dextron 6, I guess. you know, since it's a Geon product. So this is the stuff I use, but I'm pretty sure anything would work for you. I bought this. They didn't give anything free for this video, so yeah. But that's pretty much it. I'll just put the cap on here, and then you know, we'll take it for a test drive.